1:12 p.m. according to my computer clock on Tuesday, June 13, 2010. It's the audio commentary for Mr. and Mrs. Motherbrain Take 2 because it got freaking deleted. I lost it. Hey, this is Mark Moore, and welcome to the audio commentary for Mr. and Mrs. Motherbrain. This is take 2. I had recorded it just a short while ago, and I lost it after I was done. Yeah, it's like it didn't save, and I am so ticked right now. But anyway, this is take 2. There's no siege on the Palace of Power, despite what Kid Icarus says. The Punch-Out footage, you notice the status bars and everything are missing in that one shot, so I think it was wasn't real game footage. I think it was just drawn specifically for the show. And the Sony logo appears and disappears on Kevin's TV screen, so that's a bit of inconsistency. Okay, I'm gonna try to re-say everything I said before. This peace treaty thing is a stupid idea of Lana's, considering Motherbrain's been trying to conquer the panels for the past 7 years. And despite what Kevin says, he didn't actually do anything, unless he actually gave Lana the idea for the peace treaty. Simon's showing off here. Why isn't Lana preparing some troops to ambush Motherbrain when she arrives? I don't know. Why was Simon juggling the inkwells? That was dumb. This is the outside of the palace, and you can see a sky, but it doesn't look like there's any ground. It looks all artificial. It's really weird. Dr. Wily's here for the first time, even though he wasn't in the first episode. So that's kind of weird. Here we see a target practice room again. Mega Man, along with Kevin, is very optimistic. Wow, Simon's got to lay off the moose. It's powerful enough to stop an arrow. Simon, skilled archer. Wait, Simon's an archer. Period. I mean, I didn't know that. There's no arrows in Castlevania, I don't think. The love arrow is such a horrible plot device. It's been overdone by this point already. And why does Kid Icarus even have a love arrow? There's no love arrow in Kid Icarus that I can tell. Here we see some alien trumpeters. We know who these guys are. We'll never see them again. Are they Lana's? Are they Motherbrain's? Did Lana hire them for this one occasion? Did Motherbrain hire them for this one occasion? Who knows? Simon, how he hopes that he'll be the first person Lana sees if he shoots her from behind. I don't know. He's really not thinking this through. And the arrow bouncing around like this, that's impossible. It wouldn't happen in real life. And of course it hits Simon, and he sees Motherbrain and falls in love with her. I mean, from the moment that he saw a love arrow, you could put that together with the title of the episode and guessed where this was going. It's really pretty predictable. Motherbrain's tank here, you'll see that again in a few more episodes. This one plot is something Jeffrey Scott mentioned specifically when I did an interview with him in 2002. He said he was trying to do fun things like having Simon fall in love with Motherbrain, and why he thought that would be a good idea, I'm not sure. This is fanfiction.net territory, honestly. This Mother Brain mentions a prison cell. I'll address that later on. Why is Lana worried about the peace treaty when Mother Brain's making off with one of her team members? Mother Brain's kidnapping Simon, and Lana still thinks the peace treaty has a shot. Duke's the only one that goes after them. No one shoots. No one chases after them. Kevin fires only after they're gone. Warps are a plot device in this series too. They can pretty much appear wherever, whenever. Other characters know when they're going to appear, or they can make them appear. It's really lazy. There's really no rules established regarding warps in this series. And there's often called warp zones here, even though that's incorrect, because a warp zone is where the warps are located. And for some reason in this episode, warps are red for some reason instead of the usual blue. So it's nice that Kevin compares it to cleaning up his room. That's kind of cute. But I don't understand why Lana wouldn't want him to come along. I mean, she doesn't exactly have a weapon to defend herself. And as you can tell, this is Mother Brain's lair, not a prison cell. I guess that you could call it a makeshift prison cell, but this is just so disgusting. It's, yeah. King Hippo here, he's voiced by Gary Chalk, who voiced Optimus Primal in Beast Wars and Beast Machines. Michael Donovan voices the Eggplant Wizard. I can't really recall any other roles for him offhand. A lot, slapstick humor. Dr. Wily here, he's voiced by Ian James Corlett, who ironically will go on to voice Mega Man in the Mega Man cartoon series. Oh, and I think Michael Donovan voiced Ringman in the Mega Man cartoon series. Jeez. Castlevania. It's the name of the castle in the actual game series, but here it's the name of the entire world. I'm guessing maybe King Charles gave it that name as a shorthand reference, but I don't think the locals would call it that. Oh, never mind. That map that you just saw Kevin and Lana looking at looks a lot like Simon's map from Kevin in Videoland, and it still doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. You shouldn't be able to read it. Oh, look, a blue warp. Yay! Why does Kevin pull Duke along if he doesn't want to go? Oh, warp's red now. Never mind. Yeah, the animation's pretty inconsistent in this series. Season 1 was animated by Dongyang Animation in South Korea. Series was produced by Deke, and the music for Season 1 was done by Saban. That line by Kevin indicates it's his first time in Castlevania, so this episode must occur before all other episodes in Castlevania. I wonder why that spider disappeared. What harmed it? I mean, Kevin's shoulder. It's Kevin's first time meeting the Count. He's called just the Count in the series, not Count Dracula. I'm not sure why. So Simon comes to a rescue, and you gotta figure this is all staged, because we'll see Simon be friends with the Count later on. So I'm guessing they staged this so that first the Count got rid of Kevin's sapper so Kevin couldn't prevent Simon from doing this to Lana. Force of Forgetfulness is made up. It's not in any actual Castlevania game. Apparently, all the skeletons in Castlevania are now in the hood gangstas. And I never understood this, why taking away one bone would make him fall apart and then disappear completely along with his clothes and leaving only that cap. That's strange. I gotta wonder why Kevin called Simon a traitor when he knows Simon's under the influence of the love arrow. So Simon has proved his loyalty to Mother Brain. A bit of a fun fact: if you're wondering why Samus Aran isn't on this series, Jeffrey Scott told me in the interview that he never heard of her, and that's probably why. That's a really strange explanation, but it sounds like something that could happen. Yeah, okay. This song replacement here, originally it was a cover version of White Wedding by Billy Idol. Just a really short version, but yeah, it was replaced in the DVD set and later syndication, although it did appear when the episode aired on the Family Channel. Yeah. So now, in this next scene, we've got the Force of Forgetfulness. I guess you gotta figure it exists in the Castlevania game on Kevin's alternate Earth. That's the only explanation for it. Me neither. Kevin and Lana have very selective amnesia. They forget things, they remember things, they're unsure about some things. Basically, they remember whatever the writer needs them to remember. Such as this invisible bridge that Kevin's really lucky to remember. Yeah. Now we've got the first scene on Mount Icarus, not counting the opening theme song. I'm no expert on Kid Icarus, but I'm guessing a lot of this isn't in the actual game. Why is it called Mount Icarus? I don't know. It was called Angel Land, I believe, in the game. Oh, but there's a religious reference in that. We can't have that in a Saturday morning cartoon series. Not much to say here. I wonder about whose brilliant idea it was to give Mega Man and Kid Icarus speech impediments. It's really mega annoying because I really don't understand that. I guess they thought it would be cute, but it's not. Here we have the Wise Arrow Maker, and a lot of the arrows make no real sense. Who would want a pepperoni pizza arrow? Well, I guess if they don't have ovens and freezers and stuff like that, then I guess I suppose they would want one. But why an arrow to make a pizza? And these other arrows don't really make sense either. The grass grower, yeah, that's dumb. The cow arrow, and that's not a cow. Cows don't have horns. That's a bull, or maybe it's a he cow or a hermaphrodite cow or something. I don't know. And now we got the angry arrows. I don't know who would want that. I guess except as an antidote to the love arrow. You gotta wonder why Kid Icarus had the love arrows when he didn't have the antidote arrows. That's really... Anyway, um, Kid Icarus, his voice actor, Alessandro Giuliani, is also on Smallville currently in a recurring role. Um, it's never mentioned how long soon is. Kid Icarus says they must um, shoot Simon soon, but it's never specified how soon is. Mother Brain's singing. I think that's the only time in the series that she sings. But it's Levi Stubbs Jr., lead singer of the Four Tops, so he actually is a singer. I never understood them making King Hippo blue or his giant man boobs with the big purple nipples. That's just so wrong. Um, Jeffrey Scott, the writer of season 1, is actually the grandson of Mo Howard of the Three Stooges. Here we have different replacement music. I'm not sure why they use different music, but originally it was White Wedding by Billy Idol. It was just a reprise. Well, cover version, but it was a reprise of the cover version. Why is Simon buddies with the Count? I know he's under the influence of the love spell and he might tolerate the Count, but why is he friends with him? This fantasy of Simon's is so disturbing and disgusting. And it looked like they were on Metroid, not in the country as Simon claimed, but whatever. I like that line. At least Kevin's honest. Here we'll see another instance in which the pause function is altered to suit the writer's needs. Yeah, Duke should not be able to keep Lana from falling for that long by trying to grab onto her skirt, but anyway. Okay, so they freeze in place, but they're still able to move their mouths. I think that's the only time in this series that we see the pause behave like that. And Kevin is so lucky that they happen to pause right by a warp, and that Kevin knew that was a warp, and that Kevin knew how to get through the warp, and that Kevin knew it would take them out of the Force of Forgetfulness. But a cross on a headstone, that's kind of unusual for this series. And Lana's so optimistic that they'll be able to stall the wedding long enough to give Mega Man and Kid Icarus enough time to get there, when she never told them that Simon was on Castlevania. I mean, you gotta figure Mega Man and Kid Icarus probably returned to Palace first to see if Simon was back there. Maybe they went to Metroid. Who knows? You gotta wonder how they knew to get to Castlevania. Gotta figure this is like some kind of Castlevanian version of Satanism for this ceremony, I guess. I don't know. So this series was originally called Captain Nintendo the Game Master. But apparently that was too much of a product placement in the title for NBC to be comfortable with, so they shortened it to Captain N. And Jeffrey Scott had originally titled the first episode Kevin in Nintendo Land, because it was originally going to be Nintendo Land, not Video Land. I'm not sure when he became aware of the change to Video Land, or even if he was aware or not, but he still had the episode listed as Kevin in Nintendo Land on his website as late as like the late 1990s or early 2000s, until I corrected him and then he changed it. 30 seconds, yeah. That is gonna stretch out. The first 25 seconds will stretch to a minute, and the last 5 seconds will stretch to 17 seconds. So the 30 seconds in total will stretch out to 77 seconds. That's really lazy. The freeze ray, I wonder if that's like a precursor to Iceman. Yeah, a bunch of just slapstick wedding hijinks here. Yeah, it's like Simon should already be irrevocably changed by this point, but how's Eggplant Wizard able to talk while frozen? How do he pop vegetables out of himself while frozen? Yeah, it's a lot longer than 5 seconds, I can tell you that. So this just stretches and stretches and stretches and... Oh, look, the spell's broken. Well, was he just trying to scare him or something? Simon was wearing his regular clothes underneath his wedding clothes. Why? I mean, why not change completely? He must have been sweating like a pig. Yeah, so... Yay, counts defeated for now. I never understood this part right here. How's Kevin sapping the floor make it erupt? And why did a ghost fly up into the air like that? Why do they disappear? That's really strange. Why does Mother Brain know that warp's going to appear right there? I mean, how'd she know that? Apparently Eggplant Wizard pops out vegetables when he gets nervous as well. Simon's trying to take credit here like he did at the end of Kevin in Videoland. He didn't save Castlevania, he just trapped the count in a coffin. Why is Lana infatuated with Simon after all the trouble that he caused? She should be yelling at him and screaming, and she should just kick him off the team. That's what I would have done in her place. But no, Simon gets away with it. So that's Mr. and Mrs. Motherbrain. I hope that my commentary made the episode a little more tolerable for you. I hope you enjoyed listening to commentary, and, well, that's it. Thanks for listening.